Welcome back, guys, to Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. As completing the prologue and setting the scene, the Grill mercenaries are out on a little bit of a training mission against live targets. Bandits have taken over Caldea, or at least this little town, so we're here to dispatch them all, and the boss here, Zawana. What a great face he has, that's for sure. It seems they're not all axe guys as well. There's definitely someone with a sword in there. What we want to do, or what we don't want to happen, is for a lot of people to be able to attack our things. So let's see how much damage, first of all, we can do, and where enemies can reach to in general. So we can do a double attack here. We probably stand up against both these guys, both these targets as a whole. That'll be 14 damage right there. Now, Titania's the real problem here, because she is, of course, a promoted unit. So if we check her status, if we were to attack things with her, we'd be gaining very, very little experience, but we probably would be able to... Oh, I don't want to watch a Mounted Units tutorial, I just know that they can go quite far and possibly move after turns as well. But if we attack with her, she's pretty much going to take out everyone and gain barely any experience for it. So what we want to do is kind of freeze her out, if you can say it that way. Can this sword guy move very far? Or have her, well, use her in general to fight other battles. Right, the Iron Lance can do quite a bit of damage here, so let's start with Oscar, our highest level unit, to weaken the foe. Axe comes in, but miss is what happens, so Oscar starts off the battle with a fairly good stab or two. Right, so we have ourselves the option to move again because we are a horse-mounted unit, so we can get out of the way, no problem. That way we can send Ike in to deal a finishing blow if we want to. Or we could send Ike in to fight the other guy over there. It's the questions, really. Where do you want the experience to lie? And at this point in time, let's take him out with Boyd. He's got a fairly high amount of HP as well. We haven't tried it yet, so it's all about using new characters. And 29 experiences gained there. The help of Oscar. No one's taken any damage thus far, so we'll move in Ike to tank some damage over here, I think. He's going to be facing off against that unit when it moves. In the meantime, it's time to visit the house. Ah, you're the mercenaries, right? Thank you for coming. We've heard a lot about you. Here, take this weapon. We're farmers, not fighters. Maybe you'll get some use from it. And so we earned ourselves a steel sword there. It probably would not be that bad if we could to trade it over to Ike. What's going on out there? Is that some sort of army? Pah! A bunch of mercenaries looking for their next meal. The villagers must have hired them. Listen up, lads! Hurt him! And hurt him bad. We let this bunch live, and we'll have hordes of hired swords hounding us the rest of our days. It's those fool villagers. They think they can buy a bunch of cell swords to chase us away. Ain't gonna work out how they want it. All they get for their trouble is a bunch of ruined houses. Tear them down, boys. That'll teach them. Well, that's a bit mean there. Probably fairly unavoidable as well, if you think about it. Alright then, so Bandit versus Ike. Different music here, that's for sure. But a double attack will take you down quite, fairly nicely. 10 HP left. And that bandit keeps on moving after knocking down that house. We've got to stop that one reaching, though, in the meantime. Right, so what we could do here is we could trade over some stuff. Do you want that steel sword, sir? Don't know if you can use it yet. Oh, you can use it fine. Right, so apart from that, we can either wait, rescue, or we could try to visit? Could we? Now, the problem with this is that... Can this bandit reach the front door? He can indeed, so we need to stop that guy reaching ASAP. To be honest, if we put ourselves into positions where we could be attacked, surely he might not choose to raise the house. Too bad we can't go as far as I'd like, in some respects. Right, maybe Titania should have been sent upwards, but we've got ourselves the strike with the iron sword, or steel sword here. So let's do that for the exact amount of damage we need with no comeback damage. And another level up comes for Ike. Right, gaining some speed, luck, and some extra res there. It seems res is his thing. He's going to become defensive magic tank. Obviously not, but still. Right, we have two guys that are going to attack us here, and he's got a sword, so we kind of want to keep him out of Boyd's range. Let's see how this goes from here, and see if the house gets rent. Well, I'm hoping it doesn't, but it is a possibility. Right, so the sword person went after Oscar, which with a lance means that we're going to do damage back. What about you, Mr. Bandit? Right, you didn't raise the house. That's brilliant. That gives us the chance to get in and stop everything. So, the question is, do we go straight in there, or do we go and try to do some extra damage over there? Well, we can kind of block this guy straight off here as well and do double damage there. We've got this bandit pretty much marching towards Boyd at this point. How much damage can Boyd do against him? Well, Boyd comes out of that quite well, to be honest. So we might let Boyd tank that up. Send Ike to take out this guy. Yeah, and that to be the blocker. Oscar, you can block. We can visit, of course, but it's probably just better off we straight... No, let's just visit. We find that way the house is secured. Since those bandits took over, we can't even sleep at night. Please, help us save our village. Here, my mother left me this. I hope it serves you well. And you know what? That house was never under any danger because, of course, we were checking out the attack range of the bandit. Nothing more, nothing less. So, can we defeat this guy without taking too much damage here? It seems we can, but it gives us a bit of a lower hit chance. It could put him in peril, but I'm reckoning that we've got this. I could be fine. So another opponent falls. Nicely done. In the meantime, if it's Boyd the one that's under threat from that one over there, can we say, here, have a steel axe, sir? That might work out better for you. Right, so if I now walk up, I don't want to be too close in case the boss moves, but steel axe will do 16, iron axe. To be honest, probably best to stay with the iron axe, just for the fact that it's got better accuracy at this point. My work here is done. This house is totaled. Time to move on to bigger things. Now I smash me some mercenaries. Well, that's very kind of you. Axeman versus Axeman. Come on, Boyd, you can dodge. Oh, I believed in you, and you failed me. But you did do a fair chunk of damage back. Titania's there just in the back going, I'll protect everything. And of course you were going to go for Ike. How much damage can you do to him? That's the real question. Well, you can't even hit me. Steel sword did its work quite nicely. Right, so, Boyd, I think you can take out this guy without much issue at this point, can't you? Smashing down that guy means that we've only got a couple left on the map at this point. So we can... There's two guys to lure off in some ways. Let's get Oscar moving and put him in position. Okay, you can move to there. Oscar, you're coming a long way, sir. If he can attack us here, then what we're going to do is we're going to wait and go lance versus swords. I think that's a fairly good way to do things. And then, of course, we've got either the steel sword strike or an iron sword if we want as well. Right, this guy has a fair bit of HP left, but doubling him works out quite nicely for us. It does mean we'll take some damage in exchange, but there's nothing a vulnerary can't heal up. As all the bandits go down one by one. Ike's quite safe at this point in time. We'll leave Titania next to Boyd in the meantime, in the back rows. Being able to highlight people like that and show the attack range is working out for us nicely, and being able to position ourselves fairly well. Right, sword versus lances. We get a lance strike in. I think this is yours, Oscar, all the way here. Finish off that foe, shall you? Can you? I think you can. Another enemy trooper defeated. No levels for anyone else but Ike, though, it seems, at this point. We got ourselves an iron sword as well, so we could move from here, but to be honest, I'm going to wait for the time being. And we're going to look at Zawana again, so we can check his status as a whole. He's got an iron axe there. Not sure I can glean too much great information out of that. But I reckon if I moved into here and vulneraried, I could very much stand up against him right now. We move Boyd nearer the front lines as well. And then, of course, back it up with Titania. Do you know what? Maybe even shove. Oh, we can't shove it on a horse? Oh, that's a shame. But the enemy, it seems, cannot move from his spot, so we've got choices. Shall we send in Ike to do even more damage? Right, Steel Sword will only do 9. Iron Sword is definitely the better way to go through this. He does 8 damage with a 50% hit chance with no critical, which means we can survive 2 hits. So as long as we keep doing this, we're fine. Hey, you're nothing but a boy. Well, every brat needs a beating now and then. Are you ready for it? Not today. Do you want to run away? Now's your chance. Ha ha ha! Imagine that! You sassing me. Don't that beat all? Well, you've only got a 50% hit chance, but you managed to hit all the same. But we shouldn't go down from the next attack. We should be quite fine. If not, we could always use rescue or shove him out the way and let someone else attack. So that's an interesting thing if shove does that. Right, let's move to here. Everyone's pretty much ready to help out here. Ah, but of course, healing because you're on a special spot. How dare you? A miss gives us the chance to finish him off on the next turn without much of an issue. Ike's going to level up again to level 4 in no time at all. Poor Boyd, I feel being stuck at level 2 isn't so nice, but we'll get you some more love next map, for sure. Right, so one Steel Sword is definitely 100% hit chance, and if not, we can always rescue. But I feel it's time for the bandit to go down. Zawana! Ugh! I'm meant for better than this. I don't want to die here. Or you shouldn't have taken over a town then. Life choices, man. Life choices. As Ike levels up to gain HP and defense, I'd say not so great growth we've been getting at the moment. Iron Axe is earned, and we can now watch the victory tutorial for C's, but I think we know how to do that from Rekonoken, don't you? Of course, we can't do it with anyone but our main character, so if you've got an Iron Axe from him, to be honest, let's take that Iron Axe and add it to our arsenal. You're going to have a lot of axes, sir, that's for sure. And C's away. That's the end of it. Ike, you alright? Yeah, I'll be fine. You know, you surprise me. I think that you've come so far. Look at my father, though. I've still got such a long way to go. There's nothing you can do about that. After all, Commander Greel is... Huh? What about my father? Oh, nothing. Nothing? Now I'm really curious. Don't worry. We'll learn all about it someday. I'm sure we will. Hey, Ike! That wasn't bad for your first battle. Not as flashy as my first time, though. Yeah, you were a real standout. I'll never forget the sight of you so keyed up, you broke your own axe. Oscar! Dang it! You didn't have to bring that up. You bring it up first. Anyway, Ike, congrats on finishing your first mission. Welcome to the group. Everyone's alright, and let's get going. I'm sure Mist has a nice hot meal waiting for us. Let's move on. to Chapter 2, Rescue. Oh, Titania. So this is where you've been, is it? Reese, you're sure you're well enough to be up? Yes, my feet is completely gone. Are you sure? You still look a bit unsteady on your feet if you ask me. Well, I've been in bed for almost a week. I doubt anyone would be in top form. Even you, my friend. I certainly hope that's all it is. In any case, until you're back at full speed, you won't be doing any work. We're mercenaries after all, and even the smallest lapse invites death, right? I know. My apologies to the rest of the team then. Looks like I'll be recuperating for a while longer. It's for the best. Take your time and get fully rested and restored. You are our sole staff wielder, Reese. The harder our work, the more we depend on you to be at our sides. Thank you for your kind words. Oh, by the way, that paper you've been carrying around, is it a letter? I'd intended to go into town this afternoon. I can deliver it for you if you like. Oh, no. This letter is for you, Titania. For me? Not more than a little while ago, I went out for a walk around the yard and a man I'd never seen before came up to me and said, "Give this to the red-tressed knight." How curious. I wonder what it is. I imagine it's a thank you letter from the people of Caldea or something to that effect. Oh no! How dare they! Titania? What's the matter? What did the letter say? Reese, take this letter to Oscar. Tell him to prepare for combat and wait for me. I have to go out for a moment. But Titania? Be right back. I'm counting on you. What on earth could that letter have said? Everyone, come quickly! Hey, Reese, so how are you feeling? What is it? Why are you so agitated? Something happened? It's Mist and Rolf. They've been taken by bandits. What? What are you talking about? Two of them went out early this morning to gather wildflowers. Sure, they're not back yet, but earlier, by the gate, a man asked me to deliver a letter to Titania. It was from a group of bandits, kidnappers. What are we going to do? Let me see it. Oh, if only I'd known. He didn't seem like a bad person. I get it. After revenge. They want retribution for the other day at that village, Caldea, was it? Taking children as hostages? What cowards! Blast! Wait, Ike! Where do you think you're going? I'm going to get Mist! But no! Titania! She said she'd be right back! You're supposed to get ready and wait for her! Do you honestly think we've got time to wait? I'm going! What do you think you're going to do on your own, rookie? Hold it! I'm going too! Stop! Both of you! I'm going with you! Oh, come on! Wait! This is crazy! Do you think you could just ignore the Deputy Commander's orders? The road forks here. Well, which way do we go? How am I supposed to know that? Hold it! You saying you don't know where we're going? Unbelievable! You better learn to think before you act, you moron. Shut your mouth, Boyd. You think you can make me? Come on! Both of you! This is no time to be fighting. I figured we'd find you like this. What are you two doing? So you're coming after all? It's not like you two chambermaids to be disobeying orders. What's the world coming to? Oscar, you know this road, don't you? Which way do we go? You're going to the bandit stronghold, right? It's the left fork. Got it! I'm still talking here! Let me finish what I... Come on, Oscar. Let's go too! guess we've no choice. Hey! You're not leaving me behind! I think that's exactly what we're doing at this point in time, as we reach the bandit hold. So you came, did you, boys? Is it just you then? You came alone? You seriously underestimate what we're capable of doing to you. Now, where's that snobby redhead wench you ride with? Titania's not here. It's just us. All I want to know right now is whether Mist and Rolf are safe. Yeah, of course. We've got them locked up safe and sound in that little shack back there. We got no problem with those brats. What we're after is a little revenge. We want the redhead and her pups. That'd be you, boys. And hurry up and let those two go. We're here, aren't we? We've got no more reason to hold them. You're here, but Red ain't. We'll just keep the brats until she arrives. Dang it! If you're so impatient, I guess we can start by killing you whelps. You all ready to die? Hey, come on out! It's time to play, lads. There are so many! We must not lose! Reese, move to the rear! If anyone gets injured, we'll need you on hand with your staff. Understood? Take 'em, lads! Without the redhead knight, they're no match for us. What do you say, dirtbag? We'll make you regret those words. Indeed we shall, as the battle begins. A route tutorial, I'm guessing that means to defeat every enemy on the map at this point in time, but this one is the most pressing one, the one straight in our way here with the iron sword. Otherwise, we're pretty much facing enemies right in front of us, bit by bit by bit, though I was wondering what's with the sparkly tree. Heal hedge? Heal hedge? What is that? Now that I want a tutorial for, but until then, we'll see you next time, guys, because it's the end of the episode. Join me for our next mission, next time on Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, and I'll see you around. Bye-bye.